Good evening, everyone. In the previous lecture, I introduced to you the pattern of question paper, class 10 English, language and literature, subject code 184. Now, I am going to teach you grammar. Very first topic is tenses. Tenses. When we feel we want to speak English fluently, then we must prevail mastery over tenses. We must have sound vocabulary. And when we have mastery over vocabulary, word building and tenses, then we can speak English correctly. Okay, now examination point of view. In the writing skill and grammar section, it deals various grammar topics: tenses, modals, passive voice, direct and indirect speech, subject verb concord, transformation of sentences, and many more. Editing or omission, jumbled sentences, sentence reordering, and sentence transformation. So, examination point of view, we are going to learn very first tenses. Very first, you understand, my dear students, tenses. Tenses, here the word tempus, it means time. The word tempus, it is Latin word, and tenses, it is derived from the word tempus. It means time. It means time. Now, time. We classify time in three different ways. Those are present, past, and future. Present tense, past tense, and future. Okay. Now here these are three main tenses. Present tense, past tense, and future tense. But while speaking, we come to know only the knowledge of these three tenses. It's not enough. It doesn't make our speaking correctly. So all these three tenses, they have four sub-sentences. It means there are total 12 tenses. And when we prevail mastery over all these 12 tenses, then we can speak English or any language correctly. So here in this topic, we are going to learn all these 12 tenses. Now, see here, dear children, which are those 12 tenses? Which are those 12 tenses. Very first, present tense. Present tense. We know present tense. Now. It denotes now. And it has 4 subtypes. Very first is simple present tense. Simple present tense. Second is present continuous tense. Third is present perfect tense. And fourth is present perfect continuous. Check the spelling of continuous. continuous. Most of the time children they misspell this word. They miss it. Okay, so it is continuous tense. Okay, so these are 4 subtypes of the present tense. Similarly, for past tense and future tense, simple future tense, future continuous tense, future perfect tense and future perfect continuous tense. Past tense, simple past tense, past continuous tense and past perfect tense and past perfect continuous tense. So these 12 tenses we are going to learn. Okay, now see here. Now very first we will study simple present tense. Simple present tense. Simple present tense. Simple present tense. When do we speak about regular habit? When do we speak about regular habit? Or day to day or regular action? Universal truth. Universal truth. And great people's saying, quote, proverbs. When do we speak simple present tense? Then while regular habit. For example, suppose we wake up 6 o'clock. Every day I get up at 6 o'clock. Here get up. Here simple present tense. Simple present tense. Regular action. If we take exercise regularly, then it must be said in simple present tense. Okay, regular action. Universal truth. The sun rises in the east. The sun rises in the east. The sun sets in the west. So these are universal truths. These are universal truths. Universal truths, regular habits, regular action must be spoken in simple present tense. Now, for example, milkman brings milk regularly. Here, milkman brings milk. It is simple present because it is regular action. It is regular action. Now, great people saying, Mahatma Gandhi ji says, truth is God, God is truth. Though Mahatma Gandhi ji is no more, but that truth is God and God is truth, it is universal truth. It is great people's coat. And so it must be said in simple present tense. Now, saying proverbs must be said in simple present tense. Okay, so usage of simple present tense during this. Now, you see here, do and does, these are indications, these are indicators, or we can say these are indicative moods used in simple present tense. It means do and does. Now you see here, you know it, V1, V2, V3, V4. V1, it means root verb. V2, it means past tense. V3, it means past participle. And V4, it means here V1 plus ing form. Now you see here, do and does, these are root verbs. These root verbs are used in simple present. Okay, simple present. What is the past tense of do and does? Here, did. Okay, then V3 is done. V3 is done and V4 is doing. V4 is doing. So, just it is for example. It is for example. There are millions of verbs. There are millions of verbs, and these forms of verbs we use differently in different tenses. But you must know all these things. V1, V2, V3, V4. Now dear children, one more thing I want to explain you. Now V1, one more example is an are. It is V1. It is V1. Then what is the past tense of is and are? That is was and were. Was and were. We know we use is and am singular, are plural, was singular, were plural. Okay, but what is the third form of is and are? That is been. And V4 is been. V4 is been. Now question comes in our mind. Why is it been? And why is it been? Now you see here, why is it been and why is it being? Because is, am, are. It is called as to be. It is called as to be. Forms of to be in present tense. What do we call? Forms of to be in present tense is, am, are. So here to be is root verb. Similarly, here being is V3 and being is V4. Okay, so these must be known to you. When do I go further, I will explain you in detail all these things. Now you see simple present tense, only you must keep in your mind do and does. These are indicative moods used in simple present tense. And just I explained you the usage of simple present tense. Now you see here, example. The sun rises in the east. The sun rises in the east. Then second is honesty is the best policy. Gandhi says truth is God is truth. Milkman brings milk in the morning. A milkman. Now you see here, these are 4 examples of simple present tense. The sun rises in the east. Honesty is the best policy. Gandhi says truth is God, God is truth. A milkman brings milk in the morning. When we look at these 4 sentences, you see in the very first sentence, rises. Okay, simple present tense. Is, simple present. Says and is, simple present. A milkman brings, simple present. It means indicative moods we used do and does. Do and does. Okay, we know the chart. I do, we do, you do, he, she, it does, and they do. So do and does, these indicative moods are used in simple present. And here the sun rises in the east, it is universal truth. Honesty is the best policy, it is a proverb. Gandhi says truth is God, God is truth, it is great person's quote. And a milkman brings milk in the morning, it is regular habit or regular action. So it is the usage of simple present tense, and pattern of simple present tense is subject, verb plus object. Subject plus verb 1 plus object. If you want to write any sentence in the simple present tense, then you must maintain this pattern of the sentence, that is subject plus V1 plus object. And when you study properly, then you can speak and write simple present tense very properly. Okay, I hope you understand. Now let us learn one more tense. Okay, now second is present continuous tense. Present continuous tense. Now present continuous tense. Okay, now you see here it is the second tense of present tense, continuous. Now here this word you must understand. Continuous, it means in the progress, Now present continuous tense, continuous it means in the progress. Okay, now in the simple present tense, do and does, these are indicative moods. Similarly, in present continuous tense, is, am, are, these are indicative moods. Is, am, are, these are. It means while using present continuous tense, we use is, am, are. Okay, now is, am, are plus V4. V4 it means ing form. Is, am, are. Now let me say verbally. Is, am, are. We know I am, we are, you are, he is, she is, it is, They are. They are. So here we understand when do we use is, am, are. Now you see here present continuous tense. Now question comes in our mind, when do we use present continuous tense? Present continuous tense. Present continuous tense we use when the action is in the progress. Whenever action is in the progress at that moment, then we use present continuous tense. For example, when children play regularly in the evening, then we use simple present tense. But on particular day, when we find children are playing, then we say it is in the present continuous tense. Action is in the progress. Now you see here, I am teaching. I am teaching to you. So action of teaching is going on. Action of teaching is going on. So that must be said in the present continuous tense. Present continuous tense. When action is in the progress, then we use present continuous tense. Present continuous tense. And is, am, are plus V4, is, am, are, these are indicative moods of present continuous tense. For example, now you see here, children are playing on the ground. Children are playing on the ground. Students are learning. So here children are playing on the ground and students are learning. You see, are playing and are learning, or I am writing a letter. Here am. He is dancing on the stage. So is dancing. So here you see here children are playing on the ground, students are learning, I am writing a letter, he is dancing on the stage. These all sentences denote progressive action. Progressive action. When the action is going on or action is in the progress. Now you see here you think or are playing. What did I say here? Are V4. Okay. Then are learning. Here are V4. Am writing. Here am V4. Is dancing. It is here is V4. Now these are. So pattern of the sentence is subject plus to be plus V4 plus object. Okay, and to be it means is, am, are. Is, am, are. Now you see here. So in the simple present, the pattern of the sentence is subject plus V1 plus object, and here the pattern of the sentence in present continuous tense is subject plus to be plus V4 plus object. To be it means is, am, are. Is, am, are. V4. And in a nutshell, let me say that when do we use it? When the action is in the progress. When the action is in the progress, or when the action is going on. Okay, we use present continuous tense. Okay, now dear children, we study here two tenses, and one more thing I want to say while teaching simple present tense and present continuous tense. Dear students, words of perception. Words of perception. It means taste, then think, then touch, speak and smell. You see which are words of perception? Words of perception. Words of perception, it means words of sensory organs, that is think, touch, smell, speak. Think, touch, smell, speak and listen. So it is said that all these words of perception we should never use in present continuous tense. All these words must be used in simple present tense. When someone questions you, what do? Sometimes you say, I am smelling flower, I am thinking, I am touching, I am speaking. Then most of the time you must use these words in simple present, and you must say, I smell the flower, I touch him, I think, I taste, or I listen. I am listening, it is not correct usage. So words of perception must be used in simple present tense, and it is okay, present continuous tense. Now the next tense we will study. Now the next tense is present perfect tense. Present perfect tense. It is the third tense in present tense. Present perfect tense. Now I told you, dear students, in simple present, do and does, these are indicative moods. I repeat it. Why do I repeat? To make you understand. You must have comparative study. Okay? Now you see here, while studying simple present tense, we use do and does. These are indicative moods. While studying present continuous tense, we use is, am, are plus V4. These are indicative moods. And you know, is, am, are, these are forms of to be in present tense. And in present perfect tense, which indicative moods do we use? We use forms of to have. Forms of to have. Forms of to have. And which are those forms of to have? Those are have and has. Have and has. These forms of to have we use in present perfect tense. And now let me repeat it verbally. We use I have, we have, you have, he has, she has, it has, they have. So we use forms of to have. For your understanding, V1, V2, V3, V4. Here to have, here to have, it means have and has, have and has, had, V3 is had and V4 is having. Okay, so here to have plus has, V2 had, V3 had, V4 having. Okay, so here we are going to use here forms of to have and has. Now you study, you understand here, while study present continuous tense, we use is, am, are plus V4. It means ing form. Similarly here present perfect tense, we are going to use forms of to have. Those are have, has plus V3, and V3 it means past participle. V3 past participle. Okay, now when do we use present perfect tense? Now perfect, the word perfect, you know it. What is the meaning? What does it mean? Perfect, it means completed or fulfillment. Okay, so present perfect tense. Now when do we use this tense, present perfect tense? For example, when the action has completed just a moment before. In other words, let me say, the action got completed in the past, but still we experience the consequence of that past action in the present. You understand here what do I say? Don't get confused. Present perfect tense, when do we use? The action got completed in the past and still we experience the effect, the consequence of that past action in the present. Then we use it present perfect tense. Now you just look at me. It is the duster. It is in my hand. Just I kept it. The action of keeping it was done. It did in the past. But still that duster is on my table. So here I must say, I have kept the duster. So here present perfect tense. Now see here example. He has written a poem. They have climbed up on the mountain. Rita has done well. So here you see here, these are three examples. He has written a poem. They have climbed up on the mountain. And Rita has done well. So here has written, have climbed and has done. These are forms of to have and plus V3. Because we know write, wrote, written. Here have climb, climbed, climbed, and has, do, does, did, done. So it is the structure of the present perfect tense. I explained to you when do we use present perfect tense and the pattern of the present perfect tense. Subject plus to have, it means have and has, plus V3 plus object. So it is the pattern of present perfect tense. Okay, now so these are three tenses. Now fourth tense is present perfect continuous tense. Now you see here, now fourth tense in present tense is present perfect continuous tense. Now we understood present, we understood perfect, we understood continuous, and now we are going to learn when do we use present perfect continuous tense. Present perfect continuous tense. Present perfect continuous tense. You see here indicative moods are have been and has been. Okay, have been and has been, and plus V4. Okay, here have and has present, been perfect, and V4 continuous. Okay, so here that have been, has been plus V4. Okay, now you see here when do we use present perfect continuous tense? We use present perfect continuous tense when action started in the past and still in the present the action is continuing. Action is continuing. Action started in the past and still in the present action is being continued. Action is progressing. Action is in the progress. Okay, then we use present perfect continuous tense. Okay, now I explain you with example. You see, dear students, you know, I am a teacher in Sharad Pawar International School, and I joined Sharad Pawar International School in 2012. Okay, so joining the school in 2012, that action is in the past, and still I am working. It means in the present I am working. So in this case I must say I have been teaching in Sharad Pawar International School since 2012. So sentence, I have been teaching in SPIS since 2012. Now you know our Prime Minister became Prime Minister, Modi ji became Prime Minister in 2014. Now it's 2020. Still he is in office. So in that case, we must Narendra Modi has been acting as the PM of our country since 2014. So here you see, so in 2014 that action is in the past and has been acting, it is here present. Okay, so in that case we use present perfect continuous tense. Okay, now you see here where you look at these sentences, and in these two sentences we find since. It is a preposition. It is a preposition. So dear students, for your kind information, let me say, in present perfect continuous tense we must use since preposition. Since preposition. So it is about these four tenses, and I taught you four tenses of present tense: simple present tense, do and does plus V1; present continuous tense, forms of to be, is, am, are plus V4. V4 it means ing form. Third, present perfect tense, forms of to have and has plus V3. V3 it means past participle. And fourth is present perfect continuous tense, it means have been, has been plus V4. V4 it means ing form. So today we studied subtypes of present tense. Tomorrow we will study past tense and its subtypes, and future tense and its subtypes. Thank you.